Our discussions at the BRICS summit are ongoing, and all eyes are on the planned meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and UN Chief António Guterres. It will be their first in-person meeting in more than 2 years. The Middle East crisis and Moscow's ongoing war with Ukraine are likely to top the agenda. Ahead of that meeting, the UN head addressed delegates attending the BRICS summit, urging peace in Ukraine in line with the UN Charter, international law and the UN General Assembly resolutions. Mr. Putin had earlier declared that any attempt to defeat his country on the battlefield would be an illusion. Ukraine has strongly criticized the UN chief's decision to meet with the Russian president. The two men last saw each other in the first weeks of Moscow's siege of Mariupol in Ukraine. Mr. Guterres has since been involved in peace efforts between the two sides. He has also repeatedly criticized Moscow's military offensive against Ukraine, saying it sets, quote, a dangerous precedent for the world. And for more, Megumi Lim joins us live from Kyiv. Megumi, Ukraine has been vocal in the days leading up to this meeting, this planned meeting between Mr. Guterres and Mr. Putin. What has it said most recently?
Sorry, first of all, we are expecting the both to discuss the war in Ukraine today. A UN spokesperson did say that Guterres will use this opportunity in his meeting with Putin to reaffirm his positions on the war in Ukraine. And as you mentioned earlier, Guterres has repeatedly criticized Russia's invasion of Ukraine. But even then, we have clearly seen Ukraine they're not happy about his attendance of this BRICS summit, mainly because he didn't attend the Global Peace Summit that was held in Switzerland in June of this year. And so Ukraine's foreign ministry has issued a statement saying, quote, the UN Secretary General declined Ukraine's invitation to the first Global Peace Summit in Switzerland, but he did, however, accept the invitation to Kazan from war criminal Putin. The ministry added, this is a wrong choice that does not advance the cause of peace. It only damages the UN's reputation. Now, today is the final day of the BRICS summit, and already Ukraine has called the summit a failure. It's saying that Moscow has failed to get the support of its invasion of Ukraine. And indeed, we have seen Chinese President Xi Jinping call for peace, saying that there must be no escalation of fighting in Ukraine, and also India's Prime Minister Modi saying that India supported dialogue and diplomacy and not war. And so Ukraine's foreign ministry also in its statement said the BRICS summit, which Russia planned to use to split the world, has once again demonstrated that the world majority remains on the side of Ukraine in its quest to guarantee a comprehensive, just and sustainable peace. So a lot of strong statements there coming from Ukraine.
All right, meanwhile, Megumi, the fighting continues. More than 970 days of war in Ukraine now. What is the very latest on the war front?
I think I might have lost you there.
All right. Apologies for that. We've lost the line with Megumi there. But Megumi Lim reporting on what's happening at the BRICS summit, the meeting between the UN chief and, of course, Russia's president. That's due to happen very soon.